Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As I mentioned in the previous video, I am actually splitting up the stairs and the plumbing vents into two separate videos. So that is what we are going to be working on now. Is we are shifting gears. We are done with the stairs and we are going to start working on the plumbing vents, so the plumbing waste system. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Alright guys, so we are going to get working on the plumbing vent lines. So we are going to start running the 2-inch PVC, the vent lines that go up from where the drains stub up from the slab. They'll run all the way up to the ceiling and run in between the floor joist of the second floor. So let's take a look at one of the bathrooms and some of the stubs, the drain stubs that we have coming up, and we'll kind of get a game plan going for how we're going to be doing the plumbing vent lines. So I am standing here in the kind of guest bedroom, my wife's office area of the house. And where I am is I am on the back side of the guest bathroom. So you can see we have a 2-inch drain stubbing up for the bathtub, and we have a 2-inch drain stubbing up for the vanity. So what we're going to be working on here is we're going to be running the vent lines, which will probably come up, cross through this stud, come back all the way up through to the top, and go up through the top plates, and then kick over and start running in between these floor joists all the way to the other side of the house. But I have, this drain here, further up in the master bathroom, I have drains along this wall. So I kind of want to tie in all my vent lines where I can. So I may actually try and run this vent line over, up, and then run it over to tie in with this other vent line. And as we go all the way along this far side of the wall, it can pick up additional vent lines from other parts of the house as we get there. We need to be planning ahead while we're doing this, because I know that in this room, I'm going to have a mini split that's going to hang on this wall. So I need to have, so I'm planning on having a Y that connects into this vent line when we bring it up, so that I can drain the condensate line from the mini split into this drain line. So we're going to try and lay some of that out, figure out how all those plumbing lines are going to go, and we're going to try and figure out where we want that Y to tie in for the drain line, the condensate line, coming off of the mini splits. You can see here we have the, 2 drains that need to go up and vent from the guest bathroom. We have 2 vanities that are going to have vent lines here in the master bathroom. We have the drain for the washing machine, which will have to vent. We have the shop sink over here, and of course the main kitchen sink. So those are all the drains that we have to do vent lines for. I don't know if we'll get them all done, but we're gonna jump on that, and that's what we're gonna be working on today.
All right, guys, that is gonna do it. We have finished up as much of the plumbing vent lines as I'm gonna get to this time out. So it's been about 4 days. Let me think here. So yeah, got out here Thursday night. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's Monday night right now. So it's been 4 full days of working on the stairs and the vent lines for the plumbing. Also had about a half a day of work getting the fridge put back in the travel trailer. But so about 4 full days. Stairs are done. I think I've already showed you all that, but we have finished up as much as I'm going to get to on the vent lines this time out. So with that being said, let's walk around and take a look at them.
Okay, so I am standing in the living room as I'm coming in the big double doors from the shop. So we're kind of seeing everything in the kitchen and the living room here. So all said and done, there were 6 vent lines that had to get run. Make that 7 vent lines that had to get run. We had 2 here in the guest bathroom, 1 for the vanity, 1 for the bathtub. We had both vanities in the master bath and the washing machine drain in the laundry room. And then we had the kitchen sink, and last but not least, we have the shop sink. So the overall plan was to run all of the vent lines north this way so that they can all tie together on one of these side walls of the metal building, so it can come up out of the roof on where the roof is the lowest. So I'm going to be bringing the vent line stack. There's going to be 1 penetration through the roof that's going to come up right here on this north side wall. So the overall game plan was to get all of these vent lines all run over here this way and tie them all together so that it can vent out the roof. So we will start with the furthest from that corner and work our way over, which is going to be the guest bathroom. So in the guest bathroom, here we have a drain line that comes up for the vanity. You can see we already have the stub out here where we'll tie the P-trap for the vanity in right there. And then right here we have a Y for a drain for a mini split. Now you're going to see this on just about every vent stack because I haven't exactly nailed down where I'm going to put mini splits yet. So I'm putting a drain line in almost every single stack so that no matter where I put my mini split, I can run a drain line to it. So I know, this one I do know, for this guest bedroom, we're going to place the mini split right here on this wall. So the drain line will come down and run into this Y here, the condensate drain line for that mini split. Now coming up here from the bathtub, it is not done yet. I still have to dig all this out and put the P-trap in and then get a bathtub kit for the overflow line and then the normal drain. So this one, because I'm waiting to install the bathtub to completely finish this one out. But after I do that, this line comes up here, snakes through here, and then comes up this way out the ceiling. You can see there was quite a bit of modification that we had to do to this stud to get it out this stud. Back on the vanity, I don't know if you remember from the framing video, but at one point we actually had a header right here that was kind of right in the way. I took that header out and I was able to snake a stud down here between the drain and the hot water. So I have a stud that comes up here, so there's no longer a header, and that vent line can come straight up this way. So this vent line is fairly simple. It comes up and kicks over this way, and it runs all the way north-south between those floor joists, and it ties in with some other vent line. No, actually it doesn't. This one is its own standalone vent line. So this vent line goes all the way through the building and stubs out on that other side. Now if we go back and look at the bathtub comes up, comes over this way. We can keep tracing it here. And then here we tie in with this vanity
in the master bathroom. So once again, we have the tie-in for the P-trap for the vanity sink. We have a Y for a mini split, and you come up here and it actually jogs behind that and all ties together and comes back. And then it runs all the way over here and runs out that wall. So the next farthest vent line is over here for the shop sink. And I know how I talked a bunch about how I was gonna run all of my vent lines north-south this way in between my runners. Well, what's that famous quote? It's no plan of operations ever survives first contact with the enemy, or something like that. I always liked how Mike Tyson said it better, where he said everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Well, anyways, this is the only one that we ended up having to run east-west. And the main reason we had to run this east-west is because if you look over here, if you run it north-south over to this side, I have no way of getting through this main beam here. So behind this box, there is a ginormous I-beam that I just cannot run this line through because I can't drill a 2.5-inch hole through the middle of that I-beam. Now I think electrical and stuff I can kind of snake around here through the roof and the rafters, but I couldn't get a vent line through here cleanly. So what we decided to do was we decided to run this one vent line east-west and drill holes through all those rafters. You may have noticed when I zoomed out here from this side, the shop side, I actually had to drill a hole in order to slide that pipe all the way through there. So here we have this vent line coming up, running through all these rafters. And here we have a T, and this vent line is going to be the master vanity. So once again, same sort of stuff. We have the stub out for the P-trap for the vanity. You'll notice that down here, I put a Y kind of angled back towards the wall down very low. The plan for this is I'm actually going to run all the pop-off valves from like the pressure tank and the hot water heater. I'm going to plumb all those in, and I'm going to run a line over here behind this wall so that if you ever, those pressure relief valves on that pressure tank or that hot water heater go, it'll actually just dump into the drain. So I won't have to, most houses, they drill a hole and they dump on the ground outside. But for me, I don't want to drill any holes in the side of my metal building. So I'm going to run all that line through here and dump it down this Y and just dump it down the drain if any of those pop-offs go. So this one also, instead of going through the header, we were able to snake it around the back. So we kind of just snaked that one around behind, brought it back forward. There's a Y in case we want to put a mini split somewhere on this wall. And then it comes up here, goes over this way, and ties back in with that other running east-west vent line. And then as we continue to follow that vent line, it goes through that joist here and comes out here above the master bathroom and also ties in with this vanity. So we have this other vanity that has the stub out for the P-trap for the sink, Y for the mini split, and then all that. And so all three, this vanity, the shop sink, and the kitchen sink all come out this line or all vented out this way. We also have, the last but not least, we have the drain for the washing machine. You can see that we've already built that. So coming up here, I have the P-trap and then the tube that sticks up. I'll make some trim piece of wood that goes down over this so that you have an access for that drain, which will tie in from this other side. So here's our drain for our washing machine, and it actually goes up and goes all the way out and stubs up there, and it has its own kind of vent line there. So we have all of the lines that need venting
are all vented out this wall some way or another now. So let's go upstairs and take a look at it, and we'll see how they kind of all tie together. So here is where they all stub up on the second floor. So from left to right, that one is the guest bathtub and one of the vanities in the master bathroom. That's the drain for the washing machine. That's the drain for the vanity in the guest bathroom. That's the other sink vanity for the master, the kitchen sink, and the shop sink. So that's how everything ties together. All 7 of those things combine down to 4, and they all tie together here. And on this side, all the way in this corner, this is where I'm gonna run my vent line, which I'll have to come straight up, and it'll go out the roof of the house, and that's how it'll vent. Well, all right, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I actually have to take off and head back to work tomorrow morning, so I am done working on the building this trip out. So the next time I come out, we have really 3 things that we're going to try and start working on. We are going to try and get the mini splits hung, so get the HVAC system installed. We're going to try and install the bathtub in the guest bathroom, and that'll involve installing the drain system and the P-trap and all that stuff up underground under the slab. If we get the bathtub installed, we can also stand that last wall up in between the guest bathroom and my closet in the master bedroom. And then finally, if we get all that done, we may start some electrical work. So we may start hanging boxes and pulling wires and maybe get a circuit or 2 run next time out. But I am out of time for this trip out here, so I am done working this trip. I appreciate you watching and tuning in for the videos. So thanks again, and stay tuned, and we'll catch you on the next one.